This is Africa. This is South Africa. And this is the South African fighting game community. A little while ago, I did a short video on South African arcades, briefly covering its history and current state. Like everywhere else outside Japan, South African arcades prospered until the late 2000s, and while a few arcades still exist, they aren't nearly as frequented as they were in the past. Games like Third Strike, MVC2, King of Fighters 11, or even Street Fighter 4 weren't available at our arcade. If you wanted to play any of those, you'd have to get a console, the game, your controller of choice, and hope you knew somebody offline that you could play with. Quite the time and money investment that many players were lost to. But there were those who embraced the change. Almost everyone that owned a console played Tekken, and just like everywhere else in the world, once Street Fighter 4 dropped, fighters in South Africa were revived. But players wanted more than the shoddy online or weekly offline sessions. They wanted the thrill that only a tournament could offer. By 2011, Ryan S.A. Phoenix Williams would host Cape Town Showdown, South Africa's first and eventually longest running multi-fighting game tournament.
Good luck, enjoy.
CTS was a huge step forward in the development of South Africa's fighting game community. Finally, players could test their abilities against other competitive players in a tournament setting. People came from everywhere to compete. Different parts of Cape Town, other provinces, even other countries. CTS was incredibly well received. Everybody that attends these really gives a damn about their fighters. It's a tournament by the community for the community. The setups, prizes, time and money that's required for the tournament success has always been a group effort.
For the tournament matches, I had guys contributing the consoles for the casuals. Leads, speakers, games. I couldn't have done it on my own. I'm not that well off. So give yourselves a round of applause for your contribution as the community, as the FPC. You guys deserve it. Thank you guys.
On a more personal note, thanks to CTS, I've improved tremendously as a player and made some friends that share an interest I had no idea there was still a local scene for, a sentiment echoed amongst many players that joined the scene.
It's quite cool that you play someone who plays well. It's like you're scared, you have the excitement.
Yes.
I mean really, who else am I going to play Azura Buster, Dragoon Might or Plasma Sword with in 2015? Better yet, see me in Kenshi Loves You or Avenge Your Dad matches. While most of what I've covered in this video is from the Cape Town scene, the FGC certainly has a presence in different parts of South Africa as well, with players in Johannesburg, Port Elizabeth, East London and Durban. What I presented here is but a summary of our ever-unfolding history. Something that I believe that all the players on the African continent would like to see is any kind of support for the African players that have been supporting these games for all these years. It sucks that events like Capcom Pro Tour or Tekken World Tour don't have an event anywhere in Africa, and yet the players are certainly there. Aside from the players in South Africa, there is some serious talent in countries like Cameroon, Mozambique, DRC, Angola, not to mention Morocco, so an African tournament is certainly a possibility. I dream of the day legends from other continents trade blows with us here in Africa. Though I feel the wheel of fate is turning. Recently, SNK has sponsored a local community tournament called Random Select, which featured King of Fighters 14 and Tekken 7. This meant so much to me and many of the players from the arcade days, since KOF has a long running history in Cape Town, so to have SNK support was surreal.
Go City! Tom Max! Tom Max is mad! Oh yeah!
just what I like to see. Full Combi City.
And who could forget longtime friend and Tekken legend D, who made it all the way from Thailand to compete in Random Select. With limited access to overseas competition, we really appreciate the opportunity to play against a player of his caliber. The SA players put up a really good fight last turning, so I suppose our dream of becoming competitive on an international level is slowly becoming a reality.
Good game, but good games, well played. Wow, that was some of the most amazing games that we've seen today.
And the grind never stops. Events like Random Select or Cape Town Showdown would be nothing without those who put the effort into making the scene what it is today. You have my respect and gratitude. I'm sure the South African FGC isn't the only scene that hasn't received any big attention. I'd say, regardless of whether your scene is comprised of 5 or 50 members, the players make the scene. So if you connect with your community and support each other, it is possible to build something truly marvelous. If you'd like to connect with the South African FGC, there is an active Discord server that we use to arrange matches, offline sessions, tournaments, complain, and call each other free. And that about wraps it up for this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.